Welcome, everyone, to our live baseball stream. We are live from Wapsie Valley Field. I am your play-by-play announcer, Shane Kelly. It is already Game 11 of the Warriors 2024 season. Tonight's matchup features the Class 1A Turkey Valley Trojans, who are just up the road from us. They are from the Upper Iowa Conference, versus our Wapsie Valley Warriors. The Warriors have been playing some exciting baseball since our last broadcast last Thursday. They went 3-2 over the last 5 stretch of games, but they beat Southwind on Friday night 9-5. Then on Saturday morning, they turned right around and went all the way back up to New Albin. If you don't know where that's at, that is clear up northeast corner of Iowa. I mean, it's almost on the Minnesota border. They played 2 games there. They beat Key 6-2. And they dropped the second game to Northeast Goose Lake 2-3, or 3-2 rather, that is. And then last night they did a doubleheader. The first conference games of the year was against Jessup. They played a doubleheader against Jessup. They won 5-3 and then dropped the second one 13-1. The Turkey Valley Trojans, they come into this game 0-4, but those 4 losses have been against New Hampton and MFL Marmac, 2 very strong teams. Last night, they lost an 11-inning game to MFL, 5-4, and then dropped Game 2, 16-2. Last year, Wapsie Valley defeated Turkey Valley 12-0 up in Jackson Junction. Last season, the Trojans finished 14-14, but 11-7 in conference play, in a conference that features Southwind, Key, and MFL Marmac. They did graduate 6 starters from last year's team, but this year's team has 5 senior starters. Their top offensive players is Caleb Kurtenbeck. He's a senior. So far, he's off to a slow start, though, this season. He's only 2 out of 12. He's got 2 walks. Last season, he led the team with a .310 batting average, a .451 on-base percentage. He also hit 2 home runs and led the team with 20 RBIs. Oliver Schmidt is a senior. He's also one of their top offensive players. He's off to a decent start. He's 4 for 12. He's had 2 walks. Last season, he just hit .238 with a .347 on-base percentage. And then Logan Busta, he's a sophomore. He started the season 2 for 12. He's got 2 walks, but he has led the team by scoring 3 runs. Tonight's starting pitcher is, let me see here, is Hunter Cruzy. Hunter Cruzy. Last season, actually, this would be his first varsity start, I believe. Let me see if he's pitched so far. Okay, he did pitch earlier this season. I believe last week he pitched against New Hampton. He's only pitched 1 inning. He gave up a hit, an earned run, walked, and he did strike out 1. So that's all the varsity action that he's had so far. I did get a chance to talk to Dan Steppen before the game. He's hoping his team will throw strikes, and he's wanting the hitters just to put the ball in play, to put some pressure on the Wapsie Valley defense and hopefully get on base and score some runs. Wapsie, they're coming into this game 8-2. They're coming off of a doubleheader split against Jessup last night. But in that first game, Wapsie defeated one of the top pitchers in Class 2A, Jack Miller. They beat him 5-3, but they did drop the second game 13-1 in a game, let's be honest, they fell behind early, and then Coach Jakin started saving his pitchers. Wapsie is now ranked 7th in Class 1A according to IA Baseball, and they are now 5th in the coaches poll. As a team, they're hitting just .262 for a batting average, .391 on-base percentage. They've only scored 49 runs for a 4.9 run per game average. So far, the strength has been pitching and defense. So far this season, they've only allowed 3.2 runs per game. As a team, they have a 1.80 earned run average. Top offensive players for Wapsie is the very first top 4 hitters in their lineup. Briar Bellis, the freshman, Caden Dana, the freshman, Jake Shore, the number 3 hitter, and then Tucker Latterberg, their number 4 hitter. Briar's got a .323 batting average. He's got Caden Dana's a .355 average, .524 on base, which leads the team. And then Jake Shore, he leads the team with a .455 batting average. He's also leading the team with a .545 slugging. He's got 15 hits. Tucker Latterberg, so far he's hitting .364 with a .447 on-base percentage. Tonight's pitcher for the Warriors is Manny Hebner. He's a senior. He has only pitched 1 game as a varsity player, and that was last year against Columbus. He pitched in 3 innings, only gave up 1 hit. He did walk 3, hit a couple of guys, but he struck out 4 against a Waterloo Columbus. Now for the coaches, keys to the game. Talked to Coach Jakin earlier this afternoon. He wants to see some quality at bats. He wants to wear down the opposing pitcher. He also really wants to see some better production from the lower part of the lineup. I mentioned 1 through 4 has been the top hitters for the Warriors. The 5 through 9, he really wants to see some improvement tonight. Obviously, throw strikes. All coaches tell me that, but he really wants to force the Trojans to hit the ball. And with Manny Hebner being on the mound, being that he hasn't pitched a whole lot, we're hoping to see him be able to get the ball over the plate. Officials for tonight's game are Mark Schleisman and John Uhall. Going through the lineups, first for the Wapsie Valley Warriors. Actually, let me do this. Let me go through what their lineup is going to look like. I don't have a screen for it. Leading off is going to be Logan Busta. He's their shortstop. Batting second is number 22, Oliver Schmidt. He's their second baseman. Batting third is going to be Caleb Kurtenbach. He's their right fielder. Batting fourth is Aiden Holthouse. He's their first baseman. Batting fifth for the Trojans will be Russell Neiman. He's their catcher. Batting sixth will be Braylon Byrne. He's their third baseman. Their seventh hitter is J.D. Cruzy. He's in center field. Their number 8 hitter is Hunter Cruzy. He is their pitcher. And then batting ninth will be Jaden Roush. He is their left fielder. For the Wapsie Valley Warriors, here's how their lineup is going to shape up. Briar Bellis is going to lead off. Caden Dana second. Jake Shore third. Tucker Latterberg fourth. Blake Hesse fifth. Manny Hebner's in the 6th spot. T.J. Jakin, he's going to be the designated hitter. He's going to designate a hit for Tyler Shore tonight, who'll be at shortstop. Hunter Curley, he'll bat 8th, playing first base. And then batting 9th for the Warriors will be Trayton Sauerbry. So that is how they will stack up in the lineup. On the field, this is what they're going to look like. Dana's going to be in left, Bellis in center, Jake Shore in right. Pretty much your typical lineup. And on third base will be Hesse. Tyler Shore will be at shortstop. Trayton Sauerbry, though, will get a look at second base tonight. And then Hunter Curley will be at first base. Our tandem on the mound will be Manny Hebner and Tucker Latterberg behind the plate. Game time temperatures around 70 degrees. Got a little bit of a breeze coming out of the west, but the flag looks like it's drooping tonight. But come on out to the game if you're in the area, if you're in Reedland or in Fairbank. It's a beautiful night at the ballpark.
Now it's time for your starting lineups. First for the Turkey Valley Trojans.
Riker Oberly is doing the PA tonight for the Warriors. Blake Boer is off, probably umpiring a game.
Batting second, at second base, number 22, Oliver Schmidt. Batting third, in right field,
But boy, it has been some exciting baseball over the last 5 days. 8-2 start for the Warriors has been outstanding. I know there's a couple losses in there, but that game on Saturday against Key High. Key has always been one of the top 1A schools in baseball. In fact, they're ranked. They're ranked 14th in the state. Even after the loss to us on Saturday, they turned around and they actually beat Northeast Goose Lake 3-2 in their afternoon game. That second game on Saturday, our boys were just whipped. I mean, our guys, they were extremely tired. They played a late game up in Calmer on Friday night, and then turned around and had to get on the bus at 6:30 in the morning. So some of these guys were only working on 4.5, 5 hours sleep. So it was surprising that they at least got the win. And they had an exciting win Friday night against Southwind, a team that they've really struggled with over the past few years. In fact, Coach Jakin told me that's only their second win. It's only his second win against Southwind. And then they turned around on last night and got a huge win over Jessup with Jake Miller pitching. Like I said, he's one of the better Class 1A or Class 2A pitchers in the state. He's pretty much always all conference, all district. So he's an outstanding pitcher. I don't think he's given up. He gave up 3 earned runs last night, and I don't think he's done that in his career. Warriors actually pinned a loss on him last year, too, if you remember correctly. So right now, Riker is going through the Warrior lineup, and then we'll play the national anthem. So I'm going to switch this over to the outside mic, and we'll be back in a moment.
base, number 9, Hunter Curley. Batting 9. Now at second base, number 21, Trayton Sauerbrei. Batting for shortstop, number 27, Tyler Shore. Now we ask for you to rise. Remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
All right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Give a shout out to Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Give Mitch a call at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. Well, starting off for the Trojans, it's going to be Logan Busta, Oliver Schmidt, and Caleb Kurtenbach. Logan Busta, last season as a freshman, he played quite a bit. He got 4 hits and 34 at-bats. So far this season, he's 2 out of 12. He's got one of the team's 2 doubles. He's also walked a couple of times. Glad you're able to join tonight's live stream. Manny Hebner is done with his warm-up pitches.
Batting first, number 12, Logan Busta.
So this is Logan Busta. And here's the first pitch. Taken upstairs and high for a ball. Wapsie's got plenty of games left this week. I know the coach is looking to save some arms. That hit is skied up in the air. Shore gets under it and makes the play from his shortstop position. So that's the first out of the game. And that'll bring up Oliver Schmidt, number 22. He is their second baseman. Last season, Oliver batted .238. He's a junior. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. 73 mile an hour on that fastball. That's pretty good. Did you call that a strike? Okay, never mind. That's a strike. Here's the pitch. Right over the heart of the plate. 62 mile an hour breaking ball for strike 2. Manny's working fast. Right, swung on and missed for strike 3. There's Manny's first strikeout of the season. And that'll bring up Caleb Kurtenbach. He is their right fielder. Last season, like I said, he was one of their top hitters. Batting .310, .451 on base. First pitch is taken for a ball. Must have been a little upstairs. Kurtenbach, he's a senior. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 1. I want to say that's John Uhall behind the plate. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Makes the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. So far this year, Kurtenbach's off to a slow start, like I mentioned in the pregame. He's only 2 out of 12. Swung on, hit up the middle. Tyler not able to get to it, so that'll be a base hit for Kurtenbach. And that'll give the Trojans a 2-out base runner. And that'll bring up Aiden Holthouse. He's their first baseman. Last season as a junior, Aiden played sparingly. He was 3 out of 30, but he had 2 doubles last season. So far this year, he's 1 for 10. Here's the pitch from Manny, taken over the outside corner of the plate. 69-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Umpire called that a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. It was head right at me. Makes the count 0-2. Kurtenbach, he did steal 3 bases last season. So he's probably not a huge threat to run. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Trojans in the top of the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the first inning. We're tied up 0-0. Give a shout out to Oran Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006 or email omtc@orantelco.com. Again, that's omtc@orantelco.com. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. Due up for the Warriors is Briar Bellis, Caden Dana, and Jake Shore. Be back in just a moment. All right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Score is 0-0, but the home team is up to bat. Briar Bellis is center fielder for the Warriors. Briar's off to a good start this season. He's already got 10 hits on the season. He's batting .323 with a .447 on-base percentage. Exactly what you want to see from the leadoff hitter. Well, here's the pitch. That pitch is taken inside for a ball, 67-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Briar has demonstrated a really good batting eye so far this season. Here's the next pitch. Swung on. It smashed to the second baseman. It goes off his glove. He picks it up, throws it to first, and they're going to call him out. Very close play over at first base.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 15.
Well, that'll be the first out in the inning. Very nice recovery there by Oliver Schmidt. Holthaus is the first baseman who made a nice snag and kept his foot on the bag. That brings up Caden Dana. Caden's also off to a great start this season. He's already got 11 hits already. He smacks that ball over to the second baseman. He has trouble with it. Again, he picks it up and he throws it away beyond the first baseman. So there'll be an error on that play. Probably give him an error on the throw. But that'll put Caden Dana at first base with only one away. Jake Shore is now the batter for the Warriors. He's off to a good start. He's got 15 hits already this season. He's leading the team. Got a .455 batting average. .513 on base percentage. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. This Hunter Cruzy doesn't look like he's throwing all that hard. But that can throw our hitters off. They're used to they actually hit the hard stuff. There goes Dana. Dana takes off, and he's going to easily steal the bag. And that pitch was taken for a ball. So Jake's ahead of the count, 2 balls and no strikes. Oh, he did take a strike. Okay, 1-1. I got Zach Bavers sitting beside me. He's helping keep me in line. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on. That right through the hole between the short and third. That'll be a base hit. The runner got tied up with the base runner. And we're going to see if they're going to call interference. Because the defensive players have to give the lanes to the base runners. And the third baseman was clearly in Dana's way, and it kept him from scoring. So the umpires are conferring. As of now, we got runners on first and third. Give Shore a hit. And looks like they are going to leave it at third. They're not calling interference. So what the call on the field must be is that they must be ruling that the runner would not have scored, which is still, to me, that's an incorrect call because we've seen it to where even if a defensive player slightly interferes with the runner always is going to get the next base. And vice versa. Runners can't interfere with the fielders either. So Jake takes off for second. He's going to easily get a stolen base. I believe they called that first pitch a ball. So give Shore a steal. That is his 7th stolen base on the season. Brings up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker is batting .364 so far. He takes that pitch for a strike on the outside corner. Makes the count 1 ball and 1 strike. Tucker's got 12 hits so far this year. Got a .447 on-base percentage. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven deep to center field. Back goes their center, and that's going to be all over his head. Coming around to score is Caden Dana. Jake's going to easily score as well. The ball gets away from the shortstop, so Tucker's going to take third. Give him a triple on that. That is Shore's, actually, that is the team's first triple. First triple for Latterberg. And that'll give the Warriors 2 runs. Now here's the number 5 spot in your order. This is Blake Hesse. This is what we were talking about. The coach was talking about in the pregame. They want to see more hits from that. There's a drive deep toward left field, but I believe he's going to get underneath it. That would be Roush on the play. Tagging and going is Tucker Latterberg. He's going to easily score. So give him a sac fly. Hesse is going to get the RBI on that. That'll make our score 3-0. That'll give the Warriors 2 outs. Manny Hebner's now at the plate. He's our pitcher tonight. Manny's got 4 hits so far this year and 25 at-bats. So here's the pitch. The pitch is taken down low for a ball. And Manny, he's typically around 300 for batting average. He was outstanding in sophomore year. I think he was well over 300. Last year, I want to say he was right around 280. That ball is taken for a ball, but he takes a lot of walks. He's a patient hitter. He's also a decent bunter. He led the team in sacrifice bunts last year. One of the leaders in the state, actually. That pitch taken on the outside corner for a strike. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Here's the pitch. That pitch is way upstairs. Man, he kind of had to duck underneath it a little bit. Makes the count 3 balls and a strike. Oh, he's not. He's throwing like 60s. Here's the pitch. That pitch is right on top 67 on that one. So now we have a full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for ball 4. So Manny Hebner, he draws himself a walk. And that'll bring up TJ Jakin. TJ is actually off to a great start this season. He is hitting, hold on here, I'll tell you in just a moment. He's only a sophomore. He's got 8 hits on the year, only 27 at bats, so he's got a 296 batting average. If I had to rank that, that would be 5th on the team. First, a throw over to first. Give him a attempted pickoff. You know how to do attempted pickoffs on that? Just jiggle the runner and it comes right up. Off goes Manny. Manny would have had that base stolen, but TJ ripped the foul ball. Not sure if that stat is tracked at all. Attempted pickoffs. Maybe it shows how much the pitchers had to work. Like I said, we're without Blake Boer tonight. He is umpiring. There is a balk called, but I believe he had that base stolen anyway, but we're going to call that a balk. I don't think he'll get credit with a stolen base. Which is unfortunate because Manny had that one easily. Our count remains 0-1. That pitch did not count. Here's the pitch. Manny takes off for third. That pitch was called a strike, and in with the stolen base is Manny Hebner. So now he's standing on third base. Manny, that is his 3rd stolen base on the season. But TJ is now 0-2. Here's a smash into the gap towards center field, right center actually, left center, I'm sorry. Getting my directions mixed up. That'll score the run and give TJ Jakin another hit for the season. That is the 4th run on the inning, making the score 4-0. Catcher Neiman, he's going to go out and visit with Hunter Cruzy. That was a nice hit by TJ Jakin into the gap, into left center.
Batting for the Warriors, number 9, Hunter Curley.
That brings up Hunter Curley. It's good to see these hitters doing exactly what the coach wanted, and that was some production at the lower part of the lineup. Let's see what Hunter Curley can do. He's a sophomore. He smashes the first one, but toward foul on the first base side. Hunter has 3 hits so far this season and 16 at-bats. Batting average is actually 188, but he's got a 435 on-base percentage. That's because he's gotten 7 walks already this season. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven toward the center fielder. He camps under it. That's Cruzy underneath it, and they'll make the play for out number 3. But the Warriors get on the board with 4 runs off of 3 hits. No errors, 1 runner left on base. We're going to head to the second inning. Our score is now Wapsie 4, Trojan 0. Shout out to RTC Communications. RTC is here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. All right, we'll be back here in just a moment. All right, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Our score is 4-0 Wapsie. Due up for the Trojans is Neiman, Byrne, and Cruzy. This would be J.D. Cruzy. There are two Cruzys in our lineup tonight. That ball is taken down low for a ball. Manny Hebner's on the mound. So far, he's doing an excellent job. Only 12 pitches used. That was number 13. There's 14. The ball is driven toward the center, and that's going to drop for a base hit. So give the Trojans their second hit of the game. That is J.D. Cruzy's first hit on the season. And that'll bring up, I assume, his brother, Hunter Cruzy. Maybe they're cousins. I don't know.
Number 3,
Braylon Burns. I've got my order mixed up. That was the first hitter was Russell Neiman. He's the one that got a hit. Braylon Byrne is at the plate. Now he's a third baseman. Here's the pitch from Manny. That pitch is taken for a strike, making the count 0-2. Braylon is 2 for 9 so far this season. He's had 2 base hits. Again, the Trojans have only played 4 games. They both against some good teams. New Hampton, Class 2A. There's strike 3. Second strikeout for Manny Hebner. Make that his third. And that's the first out of the inning. Now that'll bring up J.D. Cruzy. He's their center fielder. J.D. is looking for his first hit of the season. So far, he's only 0 for 7. He hits that ball up toward left fielder. Dana gets under it and makes the play for out number 2. So that's 2 outs in the inning. Neiman is still standing on first base. And that's going to bring up the other Cruzy, Hunter. He's their pitcher. Hunter doesn't have a hit yet. He's only had 4 at-bats. Here's a pitch from Manny, taken down low for a ball. Manny checks the runner at first. Here's the pitch. Taken outside for a strike. Throw over to first. Nothing doing. That'll even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Latterberg, he will throw to any base at any time. So you can't get too fancy with your secondary lead over at first base. That pitch is fouled off straight back. Making the count 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Hunter Cruzy, he is their number 8 hitter. Jaden Roush, he's on deck. He's their number 9 hitter. Big leap by Neiman over at first base. Let's see if Manny throws over. Nope, he doesn't. That pitch is taken for strike 3. 4 strikeouts now for Manny Hebner. He's off to a great start this evening. So that'll end the top of the second inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We are going to head to the bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Warriors is going to be Trayton Sauerbry, and then we're back to the top. Briar Bellis, Caden Dana. Give a shout out to Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375. Hey, are you enjoying watching live Warrior sports and events from the comforts of your home for free? Consider a donation to Wapsie Valley's Venmo to keep the streams going at no cost to fans. Look for the link in the video description below. I'm going to take a break. I'll be back here in just a moment. All right, folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. We've got a pitching change already for the Trojans. And the pitch is now Braylon Burns. Braylon Burns, I don't think has pitched yet this season. Let's see if he pitched last year at all. Nope, he hasn't. So this might be his very first varsity pitching. And he takes the first pitch for a strike. Up to bat is Trayton Sauerbry. That pitch looked a little outside, but the umpire's had a wide strike zone. Here's the pitch from Burns. That's also taken for a strike. Wow. So here's the pitch from Burns. Trayton gets a piece of that. He fouled it off. Count remains 0-2. Trayton is looking for his first hit of the season. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven foul, first base side, out of play. So Trayton is battling. I know Trayton Sauerbry can hit. He did it as a sophomore. He batted like .341 his sophomore year. I've seen him hit a lot during his junior days. That pitch is poked right up the middle, but that tall pitcher Burns is going to have it, and he'll throw over to first to retire Trayton Sauerbry. So that's the first out of the inning. But that's going to move us to the top of the lineup where we've got Briar Bellis. Briar is 0 for 1. He hit a smash to the second baseman his first time up. Almost reached on the air, but second baseman was able to recover and just barely threw him out. Briar gets down that line very fast, and he is a left-handed batter, so that helps him. That pitch is taken across the plate for strike one. So far this year, Briar's batting .323. The pitch is taken way outside for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Burns. That pitch is taken for a strike. Anything close to the outside part of the plate is going to get called a strike, and it looks like on either side. So as long as the umpire remains consistent, gives that corners to both teams, that's the way it is. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. Boy, that was a big swing by Bellis. He doesn't strike out all that often. In fact, that's his first strikeout of the season. That brings up Caden Dana. Caden is off to a great start, a .355 batting average. First pitch is taken foul on the left side, out of play. Caden is second on the team with 10 runs. He leads the team with 4 doubles. That pitch is driven right up the middle. It's going to be their second baseman. Takes it on a hat, but he's they got him by an eyelash over at first base. That call that Schmitz to Holthouse for out number 3. So that'll do it for the Warriors in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. We are going to head to the top of the third inning. Due up for the Trojans is Roush, Busta, and then Schmidt. We'll be back here in just a moment. That's all right. We're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Okay. Here's the first pitch, taken up outside, 69-mile-an-hour breaking ball. This is Jaden Roush. He's their left fielder. That pitch is swung on, hit toward the gap. Hunter picks it up. He's going to have to scramble to first base, and he'll get there in time for out number 1. Manny was a little late getting over to the bag, but Hunter had it. That'll bring up Logan Busta. He is their shortstop. He's 0 for 1 in the game so far. Here's the pitch. Nice breaking ball taken for a strike. 61-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on, hit toward the center fielder. And Briar Bellis reaches up and catches it for out number 2. Nice play by Briar Bellis. He had to move a little over to his left. It was almost over his head, but he just reached up and grabbed it for the second out of the inning. That'll bring up Oliver Schmidt. Oliver's 0 for 1. First pitch is taken inside for a ball. Manny is working quickly. He is not wasting any time. Here's the pitch taken way outside. Got past Tucker. Yeah, Manny's only had 27 pitches. Working very efficiently. We're already in the third inning. Here's the pitch. Taken upstairs for ball 3. So he's in danger of walking his first batter of the game. Let's see if Manny can come back. Here's the pitch taken upstairs for ball 4. Well, it looked like he swung at it, though. Umpire gave it a good look, too. That's ball 4, so that'll put a runner on first base. Got to be careful on that. I've seen pitches that where the guy just kind of gave a weak swing on a pitch that was way outside. Called a strike. And that pitch was called a strike, by the way. We're 0-1. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven toward center fielder. Briar Bellis goes back, makes a little hop, and catches the ball for out number 3. So that'll do it in the top of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. One runner left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the third inning. We've got Shore, Latteberg, and Hesse due up for the Warriors. Prime Capital Investment Advisors. Ashley Jones and Joe Harris from Prime Capital Investment Advisors. From opening your first Roth IRA to drawing on your hard-earned money in retirement, the team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors has the tools to accommodate. They are independent, fee-based fiduciaries and put honesty and transparency above all else. Best of all, they bleed black and gold. Mention this ad and get a complimentary second opinion meeting. Call Ashley at 319-269-7143. Again, 319-269-7143. Be back for the bottom half of the third inning in just a moment. All right, we're back live at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors lead 4-0. Jake Shore is batting for the Warriors. Here's a pitch way outside for a ball. Jake got himself a hit in his first at-bat. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Makes the count 2 balls and no strikes. There's a pitch swung on and missed for strike 1. Like Jake expanded the strike zone a little bit, but that might have been called a strike anyway. There's a pitch taken for a strike outside part of the plate. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Jake's got 16 hits on the season. He hits that one, skies it up the middle toward right field, And Kurtenbach gets underneath it and makes the play for the Trojans. That'll be the first out in the inning for the Warriors, bringing up Tucker Latterberg. Tucker had that big hit in the first inning, hit a triple. It cleared the bases. I believe it drove in 2 runs. So far this season, Tucker's got 13 hits. That pitch is taken inside for a ball, almost hitting. Here's a pitch from Burns. Taken way outside for ball 2. Burns is a senior. That pitch is swung on, hit high up in the air, right field. Underneath it is Kurtenbach, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. So Burns has come in, and so far he's done a great job for the Trojans. That'll bring up Blake Hesse. Blake got a sacrifice fly his last time at bat. Got himself an RBI. First pitch is taken for a strike. Right over the outside corner. Here's a pitch swung on. Hit foul. Third base side. Puts Hesse in the hole. 0-2. Here's the pitch. That pitch is way upstairs for a ball. One ball and 2 strikes is the count. Here's a pitch swung on, chopped toward the shortstop. He scoops it up, throws it over to first a little high, but he gets back. No, he off the bag. So give an error to the shortstop. That'll be a throwing error.
How did that at bat for Messi go? What was the count?
It was 1 ball and 2 strikes. Yep, grounder to the shortstop. Error on the shortstop on the throw. That brings up Manny Hebner. Manny drew a walk his last time at bat. Takes the first pitch up and in for a ball. Oh, Burns has got Hesse picked off. So they're going to throw the ball around. He's going to slide back in safely. The ball gets away. So Oliver Schmidt threw that wildly. The first baseman was trying to scramble. He was doing a back pedal trying to get back to the first base, and it just got by him. It looked like Blake was going to be safe anyway. Typically on those types of plays, you see lines get formed on both sides. They just keep alternating. And it didn't look like anybody had gotten behind the first baseman yet. That pitch is taken outside for ball 2. And that's usually because what happened on that play is the first baseman, he threw the ball too quickly. You need to run a little further, run into the bag, and that way it gives somebody a chance to get behind you. That ball is skied up in the air, but out of play. Making the count 2 balls and a strike. Wapsie is trying to mount a 2-out rally here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch from Burns. The pitch is taken outside for ball 3. So that's Hebner's patience that we're talking about. He has drawn, I believe, his 8 walks on the season. Got 1 in the 1st inning. Hesse takes off, but it's going to be ball 4, although he would have had that base stolen. So give Hebner his 2nd walk of the inning, and that'll bring up T.J. Jakin. TJ had himself a smash for a base hit. He's 1 for 1. Got an RBI. Let's see if he can get himself another one. Runners on 1st and 2nd. There's 2 outs. Here's the pitch. That pitch is outside for ball 1. This is the first sign of trouble Burns has had since he's came in. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. But like I mentioned earlier, I believe this is the first time he's ever pitched varsity. That pitch is, well, first a pickoff attempt at second base. Burns, he's a senior. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on, driven towards center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rounding third, coming home is Blake Hesse, and the throw's going to come to the plate, but not in time. Hesse just kind of rolls into the catcher for the 5th run of the game for the Warriors. Give TJ his 2nd hit of the game and his 2nd RBI. That'll bring up Hunter Curley. Hunter is 0 for 1. He's looking for his 1st hit of the game. He's just a sophomore. He's got 3 hits on the season. One of those hits was a double. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. Almost hit him. Burns might be tired here. Again, he's not used to pitching. There's the pitch. That pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Burns is at 31 pitches so far. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. Aggressive swing by Hunter Curley. Question of the day, I asked the guys, what is your favorite energy drink? Those seem to be very popular. Runners take off for 3rd, and he'll be safe. Let's see if he holds his bag. Yep, he does. So give them a stolen base. For both T.J. Jakin gets a stolen base. I say that like a surprise because TJ doesn't run all that often. So runners on second and third. The count's now 3-2. Hunter has come back in this at bat. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chop foul. Count remains 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hunter's got himself an outstanding opportunity. But yeah, that's the question of the day. Energy drinks. Those are really popular these days. Here's a pitch. Swung on, hit high up in the air. That one is just going to be on the infield grass, barely in the outfield grass, and that'll be taken by Schmidt for out number 3. Warriors get on the board, though, again. They're now up to 5-0. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors, 2 runners left on base. We're going to head to the 4th inning. Warriors are up 5-0. Be back here in just a moment. We are back live at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors are now leading 5-0. Due up for the Trojans, Holthouse, Neiman, and Byrne. Their number 4, 5, and 6 hitter. First pitch is taken for a ball. Yeah, those energy drinks, they're popular these days among all the guys. They were just getting started back when I was in high school. If you guys are old enough to remember that pop named Jolt, you ever heard of it? No, it was before your time. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Jolt went kind of the opposite of what the industry was doing. A lot of the diet sodas were coming out during that time. That pitch is swung on, fouled off. And Jolt came out and did the complete opposite. They advertised high sugar, high caffeine. I have to admit I might have had 1 or 2 when I was a kid. Did you Google it?
3 days.
You should Google it.
How much sugar does you want? 3 days worth of your daily sugar.
And then Red Bull came out. First pitch, that next pitch taken upstairs for ball 2. Evens the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And then once Red Bull came out, they just got very popular. That pitch is hit to the third baseman. Hesse grabs it easily and throws over to Hunter Curley for out number 1. Yep. That is 5-3 put out. They may still make Jolt, I'm not sure. Here's the pitch. That pitch is swung on, fouled off, right side out of play. Neiman, he's 1 for 1. He got a hit his last time at bat. He's their catcher. But the energy drink I like, now they make those sparkling ice caffeine drinks. They come in a can. You can find them pretty much everywhere. And they have all kinds of different flavors. My favorite is a citrus twist. It tastes like Diet Mountain Dew, if you've ever had that. Well, this is not the caffeine version. The ones that come in a bottle, there's no caffeine in these. They're just kind of like a soda. The guys in here, they noticed that I had one in here, but it's the one that comes in a bottle. That ball is hit right to Tyler. Tyler scoops it. Oh, no, he has trouble picking it up, and that's going to be an error. Give Shore an error on that one. It was just a routine play that he wasn't able to get a glove on it. And that'll put a runner on first base. Ask the coaches what their favorite energy drink was. What do you think Tom's was? That's correct. Good call, Riker. Riker Oberly got that one. He nailed it right away. Anybody who knows Coach Jake, and he likes his Diet Mountain Dew. That pitch is taken for a strike. Burns is 0 for 1. He struck out his last time at bat. Now, how about Bergman, Coach Bergman? This will be a tougher one. Swung on and missed. Nope. I'll give you the flavor. Purple Haze is the flavor. You know the brand? Mm-mm. Bang. That's Coach Bergman. That pitch is taken for a strike 3. So give Hebner his 5th strikeout of the game. And that'll bring up Cruzy, J.D. Cruzy. Rain? Nope. That pitch taken for a strike. But I did get some interesting answers from the guys. We'll start going through them the next half of the inning. That pitch, curveball, didn't quite curve. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. J.D. Cruzy, he's their center fielder. Neiman gets his lead over at first. That pitch is taken for strike 2. Riker, what's your favorite energy drink?
I don't know if it's considered an energy drink, but Arnold Palmer's, the half and half. Iced tea and lemonade.
Palmer's? That's that tea, isn't it?
Yep.
That's. It's not, but it's got caffeine in it. The Arnold Palmer energy, or not energy drink. It's a tea. Which flavor did you say you liked?
It's
Half and half.
iced tea.
Meanwhile, game action. We've got a stolen base, and the count's now 2-2. All right, Zach Babers, how about yours? There's
I like the Arctic. I can't remember what it's called. It's like the Arctic snowberry
Arctic Snowberry C4?
Yep.
I've never heard of it.
I don't know.
They come in a can?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I know it's C4. I just can't think of it. I know it's Arctic something.
Arctic something. That is ball 4. So that'll put runners at first and second, but there are 2 outs. That'll bring up Hunter Cruzy. He was tonight's starting pitcher. He only went the first inning. He threw 21 pitches, though. My thinking is the Trojans have another doubleheader tomorrow against North Fayette Valley. So my guess is they're saving some arms for tomorrow. That pitch is taken for a strike. But this is Hunter Cruzy. He's 0 for 1. He struck out his last time at bat. He's now playing third base for the Trojans. Oh, over to first. Oh, they called him safe. That was a close play. Tucker didn't like the call. He thought he nailed him. I did too, to be honest. Nice play by Hunter Curley, grabbing that ball and applying the tag. Here's the pitch from Hebner. Taken outside for ball. Count is now 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike. Oh, they're calling it strike 3. I must have missed one somewhere. So that'll do it for the Trojans in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no error. 1 error. 2 runners left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the 4th inning. If you folks are curious of what your guy's favorite energy drink is, I'm going to have them for you at the bottom of the 4th inning. Due up for the Warriors It'll be Trayton Sauerbrei, Briar Bellis, and Caden Dana. Be back here in just a moment. We're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Give a shout out to Access Systems. They're an Iowa-based company with offices across the state. Access Systems features copiers and print solutions along with IT and phone solutions. They keep offices connected. Give me a call at 563-277-0064. Trayton Sauerbrei's due up now. He's 0 for 1. Here's the first pitch from Burns, taken way outside for a ball. So, favorite energy drinks. Start off with Trayton. What do you think Trayton's was?
He seems like a monster.
Actually, he's not. Let me give you a clue. He gave me a soda. He actually didn't have a favorite energy drink, so he went with a soda.
Like Orange Crush.
It does have caffeine in it. He's up 3 balls and no strikes. Lots of caffeine, actually, for soda. Mountain Dew. There you go. Good job, Zach. So next time, if you want to get Trayton something, get him a Mountain Dew. I like a Mountain Dew every now and then. The 0 sugar ones. That pitch is taken for a strike. 3 balls and 1 strike now on Trayton Sauerbrei. He's looking to get on base. Here's the pitch. Swung on, dribbled toward the second baseman. Trayton's got some speed, though. He's going to run it out, and he'll be thrown out by a step for out number 1.
Now up for the Warriors, number 5, Briar Bellis.
That'll bring us back up to the top of the lineup. Briar Bellis, he's looking for his first hit of the game. Generally, when you see the Warriors scored 5 runs, you usually figure that Briar's in on at least one of them. But not in this game, at least not yet. Let's see if he can get himself going. I got to read my own writing. That pitch is taken outside for a ball. Briar Bellis, his favorite energy drink. Do you know it? No? Well, one that's called Ghost. Bomb Pop? You've heard of it? I've never heard of it. The guys in here have. That pitch is fouled off. Yeah, the energy drink, like I said, when I was young, there was like 1. And then Red Bull came out. After that, it just took off. You can go to any convenience store, and there will be at least 1 section full of energy drinks. All kinds of different brands, different flavors. Here's the pitch. That pitch might have got him. Nope. Either way, it's ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Almost got him in the feet. Here's the pitch from Burns, taken outside and high for ball 4. So Briar gets himself on base for the first time tonight, and that'll bring up Caden Dana. Dana's looking Dana is looking for first hit of the game. He did reach on an error. I believe his last time at bat. He's also scored a run. First, a pickoff move to first base, which gets past the first baseman. Running to second is Breyer. He'll get there easily. So that'll put a runner in scoring position for Dana. And Dana's got a few RBIs this season. He is tied for the team lead with no, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong line. He's got 5 RBIs so far this year. Tucker and Shore lead the team with 9 each. That pitch is chopped on the right side, but it's going to go foul. First baseman grabs it, throws it back to the pitcher. Caden Dana, his favorite energy drink. Here's now you're getting into the Monster Cat. There's one called Monster Juice. You ever heard of that? I haven't either. Said he doesn't know the flavor. He just said the blue kind, whatever the blue kind is. That pitch was over his head for a ball. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Very hard swing by Dana. If he would have gotten a hold of that one, it would have went quite a ways. There's the pitch by Burns. Swung on, driven up in the air, but it's going to go out of play. Left side foul. Keeps their count 1-2. You guys aren't going to guess Jake's. He's due up next. He's in the batter's box. I'll give you a chance to think on it a little bit. Runner takes off, and he's going to easily get into third. He's safe. Give Bellis a stolen base. That'll be his 7th on the season. Yeah, they both led the team coming into this game with 6 apiece. They both got 1 steal. Here's the pitch way outside. Bellows is coming down that line aggressively. Count's now full, 3 balls and 2 strikes, only 1 out. Dana would love to drive in that run at third. Here's the pitch from Burns, taken outside, poked into left field for a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Caden Dana. He just took it. He took the outside pitch and just drove it that direction. So give him a hit. And that'll put a runner at first base. Bella scored from third. Jake Shore, did you come up with any guesses? It's not your typical energy drink.
Non-typical?
Non-typical.
So does that mean it's a soda?
Huh?
Does that mean it's a soda?
Nope, not a soda either. Actually, I take that back. It is a typical energy drink. Oh, that ball's hit into left field, but it's caught. Nice running catch there by Roush for the second out of the inning. I would say this is actually the most common energy drink in the history of energy drinks. Nope. Nope.
What's the most common?
The most common energy drink. They've been drinking this since ancient history. Nope. That pitch is hit foul. We're up to Tucker Latterberg now. He's 0 for 1. Jake Shore likes black coffee. Plain black coffee, the oldest energy drink around. They've been making coffee way back. I think back in the ancient times, whenever they discovered the coffee bean. Tucker Latterberg. Counts on 0-1. Pitch taken outside for a ball. Tucker Latterberg, his favorite energy drink is one called Rain. He likes sour gummy worm.
That's what I said.
You did? You guessed it?
Yeah, I heard this. I asked you if anyone said rain.
Rain, okay. Oh, I missed. I guess there was. I'm having a hard time reading my own writing. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Makes the count 2-1. Yep, okay. I'm going to give Zach credit on that one. He guessed rain. Or he asked if anybody said rain, and I said no, and I lied. Sour gummy worm. Never heard of it. Never heard of rain either. Well, I mean, I've heard of rain, but not as a drink. Pitch is taken way outside for a ball. On the play, Dana advanced to second base. He'll get credit for a stolen base. No, he was off with the pitch, so that's a stolen base, even if it got past the catcher. There are now 2 outs in the inning. That pitch is taken down low for ball 4. So Tucker will get himself a walk. That'll bring up Blake Hesse. Blake is 0 for 1. Got a sacrifice fly. He scored a run. Got an RBI. I think he got on with an error last time at bat. Ended up coming around to score. They'll bring in a courtesy runner for Ladybird.
Courtesy running for the Warriors. Number 8, Landon Molds.
It's Landon Molds running for Ladybird. So Blake Hesse. So here's the monster drink. That's his favorite. Can you guess the flavor? Nope. He likes grape. Runners on first and second, two away. Here's a pitch. That's bounce at the plate and gets away from the catcher. Both runners will advance. Yeah, you're right. Manny Hebner, he's on deck. It's White Monster. How did you know that? Because you see it in the dugout all the time? He had one in there tonight. He went over and got it and showed it to me. Because I was asking him if it had, like, particular flavor. He goes, I don't know. I got to go check. And I don't think it's a flavor. I think White Monster is the flavor. That ball is bounced in front of the plate, but the catcher is able to keep it in front of him to prevent Dana from scoring. Counts now 2 balls and no strikes. Hesse's going to be looking for something to drive here. He's way ahead of the count, 2-0. Got my wife text me. She said monsters aren't good. Now, do you mean the drink or just monsters in general? Because I'd agree with you. Monsters, I'm staying away from them. They're not good. When I was a kid, I thought I had one underneath my bed. I could have swore there was a monster underneath my bed. Monster in the Closet. That's a book, yeah. That pitch is taken outside for ball 4. So the bases are now loaded for the Warriors, and that's going to bring up Manny Hebner. We've already gone through his energy drink, White Monster. He had one in the dugout. First, we're going to get a coach's visit, though. This would be Dan Stepan. I think I'm pronouncing that right. Stepan. What's his last name? He's going to leave him in there, though. Maya just wanted to settle his pitcher down. Burns, he's at 63 pitches. He might be just leaving him in there for the duration, at least until he gets. Yeah, there's 2 outs. 2 outs, bases loaded. Manny Hebner up to plate. Manny doesn't have an official at bat yet. He takes that pitch for a strike because he's taken 2 walks in this game, and he scored a run. But he's got a good on-base percentage. That pitch is driven into left center, and left fielder Roush is going to get under it to make the play. He just kept it up there a little too high, and that allowed the left fielder to get under it. But, boy, that's a big inning for the Warriors. They got another run, I believe on 1 hit. Another Turkey Valley error, and there's 3 runners left on base. But our score is now 6-0 Warriors. Shout out to Legacy Roofing of Iowa. Protect your largest investment with our reliable roofing and gutter services. If you want to make your roof last as long as possible, it is vital that you never put off a roof repair. Small issues with roofing become big issues in a hurry. No matter how major or minor the repair you need, we are here to help. We offer roofing contracting, storm damage repair, gutter replacement, and residential and commercial roofing. Call Mitch at 319-415-2472 or Lou at 319-415-5547. Be back in just a moment. Man, he's working quickly with his warm-up tosses. We're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. Warriors are leading 6-0, top of the fifth inning. First pitch, I believe, was taken for a ball. This is John Roush. He drove the ball toward the first baseman. Hunter taking on a hop. He'll throw it to Manny Hebner, but he was ruled safe. So the ball glanced off Hunter Curley, rolled to Trayton. Trayton picked it up and threw it to Manny Hebner, but they weren't able. Oh, they called him out. So that's going to be a 3-4-1 put out. That pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. Hopefully Zach got that one right, because a couple of assists on that one. Hunter Curley will get an assist. Pitch is taken for ball 2. Pitch is upstairs for ball 3. In danger of walking the leadoff man. This is Busta. There's a strike. Turkey Valley fans, if I'm pronouncing his name wrong, I apologize. It's a combination of Busta, Busta. I wanted to say Busta, and the coach corrected me. He said I'm closer when I say Busta, so that's why I'm using Busta. But he did draw a walk, so that'll put a runner on first base with 1 out. There's the pitch, taken upstairs for a ball. Man, he's done an excellent job pitching for the Warriors tonight. Hasn't given up any runs yet. A couple of base runners. I believe that's his 3rd walk. That pitch is driven toward center field, and that's going to drop for a base hit. Coming over to grab it is Bellis. He'll get the ball back into Sauerbrei. That's a Trojans' 3rd hit of the game. It puts runners on first and second. There's only 1 out in the inning. Makes that first out of the inning all more important. Because at first I thought the umpire called him safe, and I must have missed the out call. Who knows? Maybe I was looking at the coach. That pitch is driven to the right side, and it's going to be out of play. Jake he got over there to the fence, but unfortunately he wasn't able to make the play. It was out of his reach. Evens the count, though, 1 ball and 1 strike. Hebner's got himself a little bit of trouble here. That ball's taken, bounced at the plate. Ladeberg kept it in front of him, though. Makes the count 2 balls and a strike. Nice block there by Ladeberg. And Heber may be tiring a little bit. This is the longest he's ever pitched, at least at the varsity level. That pitch is upstairs for ball 3. And any of you that have ever pitched, you know what that is. If you're not used to pitching, that pitch is fouled straight back. Makes the count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Pitching is hard in general, and it's a strain on the elbow, the arm, the shoulder. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken down low. I must have had the count wrong because now it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. This is Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach is 1 for 2. There's ball 4. So that'll load the bases. Warriors are in a little bit of trouble here. Coach Jakin, he's going to ask for time. He's going to come out and talk to Manny, try to calm him down. Gives me an opportunity to give a shout out to Oran Mutual Telephone Company. Serving the area since 1911, Oran Mutual Telephone Company is a modern, independently owned telephone company providing internet and telephone services to Oran, Iowa, and the surrounding rural area. Give them a call at 319-638-6006 or email omtc@orantelco.com. Coach Jakin is finishing up his meeting. Gives everyone a little bit of a fist bump, and we're ready to go. Tucker is heading back behind the plate. Holthouse is 0 for 2 with 1 strikeout. He is their first baseman. He is their cleanup hitter. Holthouse, he's got 1 hit on the season so far. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. Holthouse he's 1 for 10. I'm sure he'd like to get his second hit. And there it is. It's driven toward left field, but underneath it is Dana. And he'll quickly get the ball back in to keep the runners from advancing. Nice catch there by Dana, and even better, quickly getting it back in. So that'll be the second out, huge second out of the inning. That'll give Hebner a chance to get out of this inning. But he'll have to get Neiman. That pitch is fouled straight up, back toward the screen, and just barely out of play. Russell Neiman, he's a senior. He's got 3 hits on the season. He's 3 for 13, got an RBI, walk. 1 for 2 in this game, so that's actually his 4th hit of the season. Here's a pitch from Hebner. That pitch is fouled straight back. Boy, that was coming right at my eyes. So Hebner's way ahead now. 0-2 is the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, hit toward the shortstop. Tyler Shore, he's got it. Throws at the first, and it glances. Well, it pulled Hunter Curley off the bag, and 2 runs are going to score for the Trojans. So give Tyler an error. That's a very costly error for the Warriors, as that's going to score 2 runs for Turkey Valley. Here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Pitch from Hebner. Swung on, chopped foul. Now ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Burns, he's 0 for 2. He struck out both times. Burns has got 2 hits on the season. Here's a pitch. Nice curveball taken for strike 3. 59 miles per hour curveball. It just froze Burns. So that'll do it for the Trojans in the top of the fifth inning. They did strike with a couple of runs off of one hit, an error, 2 runners left on base. We are going to head to the home half of the fifth inning. Warriors now lead 6-2. Be back here in just a moment. First, let me give a shout out to Little Wapsie Communications. Their state-of-the-art fiber network is complete in Fairbank, ready to serve your home or business with the fastest internet in town. For plans, pricing, and more information, call 319-279-3375. Also, RTC Communications. RTC is here to provide high-quality, superior service to you, the customer, by offering great customer service and the services you want and need to work and stay connected with family and friends. Reach out to them at 319-279-3375 or email manager@reedlandtelco.com. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics. All right, folks, we're live at Wapsie Valley Field. They've made a move on the mound. Alex Hansen, the sophomore, he's coming in to pitch. He has thrown a little bit. I believe he threw last night. He only threw, well, he didn't throw over 25 pitches, otherwise he wouldn't be able to come back in. Yeah, he threw 23 pitches last night. He did get an out. He faced 6 batters, allowed 3 runs, 3 walks, hit a batter. The out he did record was a strikeout. So Alex Hansen, he's just a sophomore. Again, these coaches are playing the pitch count game. Burns left with 65 pitches. So that means he's going to have to rest. Let's see. I believe that's 2 days he has to rest since he didn't go past 65. If he would have had to rest 3 days, and of course you go up to 90. You got to rest 5 days. Let's see, 5 days, 4 days, 3 days. Yeah. So he's got to rest 3 days, I believe. I think I've got that right. Here's the pitch, taken outside for a ball. I might have that screwed up. Up to 25, you don't have to rest. 25 to 40, you have to rest 1 day. Past 65 is 2 days. So, yeah, he's got to rest 2 days. The pitch taken for a ball. The 4 tier is at 90, and then 110 is 5. Pitch is taken upstairs for ball 3. So I just ran through the pitch count rules. I hope I got them right. I may have messed them up. TJ Jakin, he's 2 for 2 in this game. He's way ahead in the count. 3 balls and no strikes. Here's the pitch. That called a strike. Caught the inside part of the plate. Count's still 3-1. TJ's favorite energy drink. He also gave me coffee, but he likes the flavored coffees. That pitch is driven high up in the air. It's foul, and it looks like it's out of play. So that'll make our count full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He likes mocha, though. He said it's his favorite. Mocha coffee. Now, Tyler Shore, he gave me his too. He's not batting. Can you guess what his is? No, I didn't get any Red Bulls tonight. Not a single person said Red Bull. Here's the pitch. Looks like our live stream went down. I think I've got it back up and running now, folks. Sorry about that. Which means you probably didn't catch anything I'd said. We got a runner on second base. There are 2 outs. Briar Bellis is up. Oh, that's a hole. Boy, that pitch was clear in the other side of the batter's box, and they called it a strike. Briar's now 0-2. I know you guys can't hear me. You'll have to reload it. the live stream. That is taken for strike 3. Breyer sets his bat down. He's not happy. I don't blame him. But that's going to do it for the Warriors. They're not able to score any runs, no hits, 1 error, 1 runner left on base. We're going to be heading to the 6th inning. Trojans have cut in the lead a little bit. It's 6-2. It's a closer game. Due up for the Trojans. Cruzy, and Roush. 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Be back in just a moment. All right, Warrior fans, I hope we're back live. I've had some technical difficulties going on with our equipment here. Pretty much what happened was everything just went down on me. First, the soundboard went down, and then the cameras went off. And I think you saw my ugly mug for a while. Apologize for that. I'm not quite sure if you're even able to hear me. Typically, I see 2 bars going. Right now, I only see 1 going up and down. It says it's live, so I'm going to assume that you can at least see the play-by-play. Not sure if it's... Okay, thank you, Sherry. My wife just texted me, let me know she can hear me. That's good. So there's going to be a pitching change. The Trojans did score a run. We've got 1 out. Runners on 1st and 3rd. Is that right? 1st and 3rd. So just to kind of catch everybody up, what's happened in the top of the 6th inning. J.D. Cruzy, he took a walk. Runners on first and second? Okay. I didn't think he advanced to third. So Cruzy took a walk. He led off the inning. And then Hunter Cruzy, he struck out. And then Roush lifted a fly ball to Jake. Jake dove, wasn't able to make the catch, so that advanced the run first and second. So that'll be a hit for John Roush. And then that brought the top of the order up. Busta, he had a base hit to left field, and that's what scored Cruzy, J.D. Cruzy. And Roush advanced to second on the play. So the situation is this. We got runners on first and second. Briar Bellis is now in the pitch for the Warriors.
Number 5, Briar Bellis.
And that's going to bring up Schmitz. He's 1 for 2. All right, I think I've got the score right. First pitch is fouled off, first strike. Manny Hebner, he did an excellent job pitching for the Warriors. Again, he hasn't pitched anywhere near this much ever for Varsity, that at least I'm aware of. Like I mentioned in the pregame, he pitched 3 innings last year in the Columbus game. Swung on and missed for strike 2. This is Briar's his third appearance as a pitcher. Here's a pitch. There's called strike 3. Nice, nasty curveball by Briar Bellis for the third out of the inning. Second out of the inning. Did I say 3? I'm sorry, guys. I'm all flustered now with everything kind of going down on me. I'm not technical at all. Luckily, as Riker is back up here, he kind of helped guide me through a couple of the steps. But that's going to bring up Kurtenbach. Kurtenbach, he's 1 for 2. He's drawn a walk. Takes that first pitch for a strike. Here's a pitch taken upstairs for ball 1. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. The Trojans have cut in the Warrior lead. It's now 6-3. Briar's ERA is at around 7. That pitch is fouled off. He gave up 3 runs. I forget which game it was. Might have been the Southwind game. I can't remember. Here's the pitch. Swung on. It's chopped. Briar's going to pick it up. Throw to first to retire the Trojans. The Trojans did get themselves a run. I believe 2 hits, no errors, 2 runners left on base. We're going to head to the home half of the 6th inning. The Warriors now lead just 6-3. We'll be back here in just a moment. First, give a shout out to Prime Capital Investment Advisors. Ashley Jones and Joe Harris with Prime Capital Investment Advisors. From opening your first Roth IRA to drawing on your hard-earned money in retirement, the team at Prime Capital Investment Advisors has the tools to accommodate. They are independent, fee-based fiduciaries and put honesty and transparency above all else. Best of all, they both bleed black and gold. Mention this ad and get a complimentary second opinion meeting. Call Ashley at 319-269-7143. Thank you for sponsoring Wapsie Valley Athletics.
For the Warriors, number 15, Caden Dana.
All right, folks, we're back live here at Wapsie Valley Field. I think we're live. Caden Dane is due up for the Warriors. He's 1 for 3. There's a pitch swung on and missed for strike one. Pitch is down low for a ball. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Now this is Alex Hansen pitching for the Trojans now. Taken upstairs for ball 2. There's a pitch swung on, driven foul. Bounced off the screen. That pitch is hit on the left side, but foul. Alex Hansen, he got credit for 3 strikeouts in that last inning. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, chopped to the second baseman, who gloves it, throws it to first to retire Dana for out number 1. Boy, the Warriors just really haven't been able to get much going since that first inning. I mean, they scored in the third, they scored in the fourth, just 1 run in each frame. They had a huge opportunity back in that 4th inning, leaving the bases loaded. Weren't able to capitalize. Maybe they can get something going here. Jake Shore's now up. Pitch is taken outside for a ball. Jake's got a hit tonight. He's 1 for 3, scored a run. That pitch gets away from the catcher. Makes the count 2-0. Yeah, Jake's our black coffee guy. I was surprised when he told me that. You don't hear too many younger guys that will say black coffee. Pitch is taken upstairs for ball 3. That's how I like my coffee as well, black. Although I've been drinking some flavored coffees as of late. Swung on and missed for strike 1. Boy, they really get fancy in coffee these days. Starbucks is a huge thing. I know my daughter loves Starbucks. It's taken out. Well, it's outside corner for strike 2. There's that outside pitch again. But he's been consistent, the umpire has been. Been a strike all night. But boy, they can. That ball is driven to the gap between center and right. It's going to drop for a hit. Kurtenbach, he corrals it and gets it back in for the Trojans.
Now batting for the Warriors, number 13, Tucker Latterberg.
That'll bring up Tucker Latterberg. But yeah, you can buy coffees these days that it's like a meal. I mean, it's like 1,000 calories in them. Putting all kinds of stuff in them. The creams, the sugar, the frosting, the whipped cream, chocolate. It's why Starbucks is so popular. I'm sure you can go into Starbucks and get yourself a black coffee, Jake, whenever you go to watch this. That pitch is driven high up in the air, but it's not going to go very deep. In fact, the shortstop gets under it to make the play. Scrambling to get back to first is Jake Shore. He'll make it back safely, but that's now 2 outs in the inning.
Warriors, number 24, Blake Hesse.
Boy, Tucker, he got under that one. Hit it a mile high up in the air. But it lands for an out in DeBusta's glove. Now Hesse's up to bat. That was an odd-looking pitch, taken for a ball. I thought he was going to throw over to first, and so did Jake. So he's scrambling back to first, and the pitcher just came home with it. Jake gets his lead. There he goes. He's taking off, but that pitch is skied up in the air. It's going to go foul. That'll send Jake back to first base. Pretty sure he would have had that stolen easily. Got a close game here tonight. Started off really good. Warriors jumped out to an early 4-0 lead, and then they built onto it, 6-0. And now the Trojans have been chipping away. That pitch is taken down low for a ball. Jake not running on that pitch. Throw over to first base. Jake is back in easily. Folks, stay tuned for after the game. I'm going to have a post-game show. I've been grabbing players. I'm going to see if I can't get Manny Hebner this time. That pitch is taken for a strike, but running on the play is Jake, who scrambles into second base for a stolen base without a slide even. That's going to even the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Give Jake his second stolen base of the game. Puts him in scoring position now if Hesse can get a hold of one here. Here's the pitch. Swung on, driven up in the air toward center field. And diving for it is the right fielder. They're calling him out, even though he aggressively threw it back in. So that'll be the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. I'm sorry, 1 hit. Jake Shore did get himself a hit in that inning. We are going to head to the top of the 7th inning. Folks, it's do or die time for the Trojans. Hopefully the Wapsie Valley Warriors can hold them down. We'll be back here in just a moment. All right, guys, we're at the top of the 7th inning. Warriors lead 6-3. Like I said, stay tuned for the Access Systems post-game show. It'll take me just a few minutes to round up a player. I'm going to go for Manny Hebner tonight and see if I can get him up here. He's a senior. First pitch is taken upstairs for a ball. It goes Holthouse, Neiman, and Burns. There's a swing and a miss. Bells is still on the mound for the Warriors. He's working on a save tonight, if he can complete this. That pitch is swung on, driven toward the right fielder. Shore is under it and makes the play for out number 1. That's a big out in the inning. Get that first one out of the way. That'll bring up Neiman. Russell Neiman, he's a senior. Here's a pitch. Gets away from Latterberg, but no harm. That's just ball 1. Oh, he called it a strike. Well, he's been consistent. That pitch looked way inside, but we'll take it. I mean, it's been called both ways. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. Russell, he's 1 for 3 in the game tonight. And here's the pitch. Strike 3. Huge strikeout by Briar Bellis for the second out in the inning. And that's going to leave it up to Byrne. Braylon Byrne, he's a senior. He's 0 for 3 in the game tonight. He struck out all 3 times. Umpire's writing a note on his card. That might be the re-enter rule because they didn't have a DH tonight. Because Byrne technically left when the pitcher came in. And in high school sports, you can bring a player back in once. And I believe that's the rule that's being applied here. Well, here's the pitch. That pitch is taken for a strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 2. They're down to their final strike. And here's the pitch. Taken for strike 3. That'll do it for the Trojans. No runs, no hits, no errors, and that's the ball game. Warriors win the game 6-3. That'll be the 9th win of the season for the Warriors. They are now 9-2. The Turkey Valley Trojans, they will fall to 0-5 on the season. Give Manny Hebner the win tonight. It's his first win of his varsity career. On the loss is Hunter Cruzy. He gave up 4 runs back in that first inning. He only pitched 1 inning, but it was enough to give up the lead. He got a walk, gave up 3 hits, didn't strike out anybody. And then Braylon Burns came in. Braylon Byrne, not Burns, Byrne. There's no S at the end. He went 3 innings, did a good job. He only gave up 2 hits, allowed 2 runs, 1 of them earned, walked 4, just struck out 1. And then finishing the game up for the Trojans was Alex Hansen, the sophomore. He came in, pitched the final 2 innings, only gave up 1 hit, struck out 3. For the Warriors, Manny Hebner started the game. He went 5 innings, 5.1 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, only 1 of them earned. Struck out 8, only walked 5. Briar Bellis, he's going to get credit for the save. He went 1.2 innings, didn't give up anything, no hits, no runs, struck out 3. So they are meeting on the field. I'm going to go down. I'm going to grab one of these players. I'm hoping it's Manny Hebner. But stay tuned, folks. We'll let you know who that is in just a moment. We'll be back. Hopefully it works. There's only All right, we're back live for the Access Systems post-game show. I grabbed Manny Hebner just like I said he would. He was gracious enough to come on camera with me, talk about tonight's game. Hopefully the audio is working okay. It went down during the game, so if our voices are off, I apologize. I wasn't able to go in and check any of those settings, but hopefully you'll be able to hear him. I know I got the mute button off anyway. Hey, Manny, what do you think?
It was a very fun experience. First varsity start tonight.
It was.
Yep.
It was because you've only pitched, at least that I've seen, one time, and that was last year in the Columbus game.
Yep.
You came in relief, kind of a messy game, but you came in and just cleaned it up. 3 innings, you only walked up I think 3. Maybe gave up 1 hit, didn't allow any runs. So, but tonight you started, and you got off to a tremendous start. You were feeling really good there the first few innings, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. And, we have a really good defense out there, too. So I trust them with everything. Breyer, again, making plays like he always does. So.
Yep, that really helped. So toward the end there, they were starting to get to you a little bit, started to walk a few. How was it the arm? Were you starting to get tired?
Kind of just the arm. Once you pitch a lot as hard as you can, it starts to get to you. Tucker, he takes very good care of his arm. He pitches all the time, but me that don't really pitch that much.
Right.
I just go out there, which I probably shouldn't do. But
well, no, you haven't had any practice. You probably haven't thrown many bullpen sessions at all. This is the first time you've pitched since last year. So, how's it feeling now?
Feels good right now. Probably not making the move. I got to run here soon, so.
You got to do those. How many laps do you got to do?
I don't know yet. Hopefully just 6. I'm fine with that.
That goes by pitch count, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Let me take a look here. How many pitches did you throw? 92 pitches tonight.
I don't know what that is. I'll have to ask Coach.
Yeah. You're not familiar with pitching. So how was it at the plate tonight? Let me see. How did you do tonight? You walked a couple times. Yeah, you got a couple walks, scored a run.
We just went off seeing Miller last night, best pitcher in our conference probably, behind Tucker.
Easily. Yep.
And
behind Tucker. Good call.
And then you go to seeing, kind of slower pitchers, and it's a huge adjustment. And our bats aren't really the hottest right now, but it's all about plate discipline right there.
Yep.
And they weren't really throwing many strikes towards me, and I typically watch the first one, and I really need to stop doing that because then I get behind in the count and really adjust what I have to do.
But you're a patient hitter, and you've drawn several walks this season. In fact, I mentioned your batting average is low, but your on base is tremendous because you've drawn I think 9 walks after tonight. You got to be pretty close to the team lead. So getting on base, that's what matters, right?
Yep. At the end of the day, that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how you get on; it's the runs at the end of the day.
So tell me about the differences because yesterday you went from two pretty good pitchers, Jack Miller, and then the second game,
Ryan Treptow.
Yeah. You're going from guys that throw 80s, and with tremendous breaking ball stuff, and then you come into this game, and I think the fastest pitch that I saw was like 67, 68 mile an hour.
Maybe 70, but it's like.
Does that throw off your timing then quite a bit?
Yeah, which usually in the batter's box you want to scooch up for that, so you're still used to the faster pitches, but also you still have to wait back. And a bunch of us were out there just still early and everything because it really is a huge adjustment. Less than 24 hours ago, we saw Miller. So
right, and you mentioned about moving around the batter's box. I've seen Jake Shore do it. I'll have to pay more attention to see if you do it or not. I try to get Justice to do it. No go. He got comfortable in a certain spot, and it didn't matter how fast the pitch was throwing because it was a comfort thing for him. He didn't want to scooch in, didn't want to move, up forward closer to the pitcher or even back. He liked it right dead in the center of the batter's box. So are you kind of move around? Or there's kind of a comfort area for you?
Really depends. I know yesterday I really was on the back line because 85. It's time to think, and then today I was probably towards the front, I'd say. But yeah, you just got to move around sometimes and adjust.
Well, great. So you're a senior this year. This is going to be it. What's your plans?
I'm going to Kirkwood next year to be a physical therapist assistant.
Are you?
I want to stay around the sports.
Yeah.
Maybe get my coaching license and come coach junior high here next year.
Well, good for you. I know Justice was trying to do that. That coaching thing, he got busy. I mean, he was at Hawkeye, and there's like an online. I'm sure you've already looked into it, but yeah, and there's tremendous opportunity here at Wapsie, and a lot of schools that use quality could use some good junior high, and you offer a lot of guidance. I mean, shoot, you've been playing varsity since you were sophomore, you know, as a starter.
Yeah.
So, excellent job to you. Good job in the game tonight. Get on the mound after having been on there for a year, and just to pitch the way you did tonight, tremendous. And that's going to help the team, Coach Jakin, to help figure out, because I mean we've lost Garrett Shannon with his injury. We don't know what that is, and to the extent of what that is either. So I don't want to jump ahead on anything on that. But being able to have you come in as a senior and step in and pitch a game like this is just tremendous. So great job tonight. Good luck to you in the future. And, hey, thanks for coming on. Thanks, man. That's Manny Hebner, folks. We'll be back live tomorrow night, same place. We're going to be back here starting at 5 o'clock with the JV. Varsity games at 7 o'clock. We're facing Sumner Fredericksburg. Folks, that's a conference game. So if you don't have any plans, come on out to Wapsie Valley Field. Support this team. They're 9-2. I don't think Wapsie has ever been 9-2. Maybe they have. I don't know. Some of you older guys that played for Wapsie back in the day can correct me. You're more than welcome. I'd love to see some records from back in the day, actually, because all we've got is what Coach Jakin has. But anyway, that's going to wrap things up here at Wapsie Valley Field. Our final score, Wapsie 6, Trojans 3. Good luck. Good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.